My name is George Nguyen, aka YF George. YF is Yay Area's finest. Uh, I'm just making this video right now because I have surgery tomorrow. And I honestly feel like not too many people really understood what happened to me. So I just want to tell you all that I know so that it could maybe give you a better understanding of what happened. One night, or actually July 30th at around 8 p.m., I left the house to go to my car and drive to a party I found out about. And as I drove a few blocks down, I was about to make a left, and there was this drunk driver going fast, and he broke, and then his car slid. But it hit my car. He hit my car, and it hit the passenger side of my car, or not the passenger side, the driver's side of my car, which hit me. And after the accident, after a few more cars were hit, the drunk driver got out of his car and started making a run for it. He was caught later on and he went to jail. But as for me, I was rushed to emergency. I get to the emergency room and I guess they're looking around my body. They just throw all the clothes off me and just start looking around my body to see if anything was injured. And they found something in my head, like they found bleeding in my head, and I guess they found out that my skull was broken or something. So they are, alright, I'm about to take off my helmet and show you, and if you're like squeamish or something, don't watch this part. Oh, serious though. They actually did surgery from this whole, they actually cut this part of my head all the way down to around here. I think around here actually. And I'm putting my helmet back on. They took the skull out, and I guess they did some more things, cause I heard, or a surgeon told me, like they did surgery on the left side of my face also, because honestly the skin on the left side of my face here on the cheek feels completely different from my right side, and every time I scratch here, the whole thing starts to feel really irritated or something. That I was in the ICU room, and my dad and my sister were the first ones to come. I honestly don't remember all of this. I have no memory of it at all. This is what I've been told, and I'm just going to believe it. My dad and my sister came. They were in tears when they saw me because the whole left side of my face was very swollen, and I guess they stitched up my head and it didn't have a skull there. So as a couple more days went on, I guess news about me just spread that I was in a car accident and I was in the ICU. When I was in the ICU, I think I was there for about 4 days, and during those 4 days I was in a coma. So I have no memory at all of this, but I was told that a lot of people came, a lot of people who knew me or knew about me just came to see me. And I really appreciate all the people who came, because you guys took time out of your day just to come see me. And I really appreciate that. A couple more days went on. I guess it was time for me to get transferred to a different hospital. It was going to be Kaiser in San Francisco. So I suddenly just wake up and I'm going inside an ambulance on a stretcher, and the guy in the ambulance tells me that we'll be at the hospital in 5 minutes. It was actually more like 20, but it was whatever. And I wore this helmet. It's a hockey helmet, and it was really tight around my head. I was feeling a lot of pain on the left side of my head, but at that point I had no idea what was going on, because I just woke up and I had no memory of the accident or anything. So as I got to the Kaiser Hospital in San Francisco, they put me on the bed and they just left me there. I guess there was a nurse there or something, or somebody, not something, but I started feeling around my body, trying to wonder why I was in the hospital and my whole body felt weak. I couldn't move my arms that well. My legs were just, they felt really heavy because I couldn't move them that well. And I felt around my face, it felt like I had a bunch of cuts on my left side. And I started feeling my head, and then I felt the left side. And I was really in shock because feeling the left side of it, it was really soft and kind of mushy. So I figured something happened to my head, and that's why I'm in the hospital, because I felt the skull side. I felt my right side and I had a skull, and as I went over like this, it just cut down and it was deep. And I didn't feel anything there, like my skull was gone. But as recovery went on, I was pretty much in a daze every time I woke up, and I believe there were people talking to me, but I have no memory of much. I don't have much memory of it. But what I do remember is seeing people there, like Haley, Tiffany, Mary, Stephanie, Rumfell, Cara, Brianna, her boyfriend. My YF family was there, Tone, Trav. Um, and the Domingo family. I remember Steven and Mrs. Domingo in the room. I remember Steven just standing there, smiling, looking, and then Mrs. Domingo was sitting down. But that was like for a quick second. And when I finally started waking up and remembering things, I'm really thankful for you guys who visited me, because it helped me start to wake up and move around more. Um, Rehabilitation went by. I was recovering very fast. I passed the test where I could walk on my own for maybe 40 steps, and I could go down. I could go up and down the stairs by myself, and I could remember things because they sent this lady in to test my memory and to see if I could do math and answer questions. I passed all of it, so I got discharged early. And if I couldn't pass those tests, I would have to go to the Kaiser in Vallejo to rehabilitate. But I passed them, and I got to go home and be with my family. The recovery at my house went by really well. Every day I got up to just walk and practice getting used to walking more, because it still felt very weird. Breathe a lot before I got out of my bed, because one night I actually fainted when I just jumped up and got out of my bed to check my phone. So from now on, every time I get up out of a seat or something, I just breathe in for about maybe 10 seconds and then I get up. I guess my head or my body developed some type of tissue to act as a skull, so I could take showers. I could take showers when I got home. It felt great to be clean again. As time went by, I went to see my surgeon. She tested me, things were fine, and I found out that I had surgery in the Kaiser in Redwood City, because they have a neurosurgery place there. The surgery I have is tomorrow on the 18th, where they're going to put the skull they took out of me back in with some plates and bolts. But honestly, just happy I could not experience that, but through all of this, I learned that, or I just have a new vision or a new perception on life now, that everyone needs to honestly be happy that they're alive and that they have the chance to enjoy and just be happy with people they love. Oh, and another thing, I also had a talk with my attorneys. One day they just came over to talk to me, or they told me the person who hit me, and I didn't honestly think differently than most. I guess I think differently than most, because I wanted to see the guy who hit me to get to know him better. I wrote a letter he wrote to me. He seemed really down about hitting me and that he was really sorry for everything. But a week later after they told me about him, they set up a meeting that I requested, and the meeting went really well. I got to know the guy and he got to know me. The only thing I want to say about this is that before we even talked or anything, I told him that I had no negative feeling towards him, and this is truly how I feel. Like, I don't hate him. I don't wish anything bad to happen to him, because we're all humans and we make some type of mistakes that we have to face the consequences for, but I just don't hate the dude. I don't have any negative feeling towards him. Um Anyways, my surgery's tomorrow. And for this last part, I just want to thank some people. Honestly, want to thank the Domingo family. They've really been helping me out because honestly this year I've been going through a lot of tough things and feel like they've really been there for me and accomplish things with each other, and I hope to accomplish more with them. The Ganal family, they've honestly cared a lot, and Renfell gave me this thing. It says bounce back. Bounce. And it goes back. The Zimmerman family, you guys out there in Las Vegas, I honestly appreciate all the care you guys have for me. DVB Ball Mom, you've really helped me through some tough times through recovery. I honestly felt depressed at some points, but you've helped me. My YAF family, of course, Travis, Tony, Jason, all the players who cared, who had me in their thoughts. You guys, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Thanks for that video, Travis. Just everyone who cared, I honestly just want to thank you and appreciate it. I know there's so many of you who honestly have cared and shouted me out and just wished me well. There's a lot of you, but I can't name you guys, but you know who you are, so I love you guys. And also this surgery has really changed my mind about things. I've learned that the people who I really want to keep around me are the people who care about me and bring out the best in me. And that should go for you too. Even if I've stopped talking to you or something, just remember to just have the people who care about you the most and bring out the best in you. That's who you need to keep around. What motivates me now to continue living is to pursue my dream of having a more intelligent generation, because I honestly watch CNN a lot, so I've noticed there's a lot of people out there who do negative things, and it needs, or I know it won't be stopped, but it needs to just go down, I guess. And intelligence is something we all need, because I honestly can't stand seeing people who have the potential to do many great things, but yet they waste it. And I just want people to live their life to their full potential, to make the world a better place. You could check out my blog to learn more about me. But after the surgery, I honestly just want to get back into working for YAF, my dad, and continuing to inspire the younger generation to become better people. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. Shout out to all the people who wished me well in this surgery, and hopefully I'll see you guys around. Peace.